Let me share something with you. You know, I'm originally from New York, so my mind and my mouth like to move at 100 miles an hour. And I'm an alpha female. I was raised to be quick, to be sharp, and to always have an answer ready. But 34 years of marriage and living in South Carolina have taught me that you can't rush a heart. Let me share something that took me decades to understand. We think marriage is held together by these big, grand gestures or things we see on TV, but that's not it. Marriage is held together by the quiet choices you make when no one is watching. It's what you choose to do right here at the stove. Let me talk about the choice to listen instead of react. Coming from the north, I was quick on the draw. If Jake said something I didn't like, I had a comeback ready before he even finished his sentence. But I have realized that being right was making my home feel like a courtroom instead of a sanctuary. Sometimes he may have came home in a mood or said something that rubbed me the wrong way. Donna wanted to react, but I've learned to look at this food I'm cooking and ask myself, is your mouth going to season this house with salt, or is it going to season the house with bitterness? Choosing to listen doesn't mean losing. It means you're wise enough to protect the peace of your home. You're choosing the person over the point that you're trying to make. Then there's the choice to pause instead of explode. An explosion only takes a second, but the smoke lingers in a house for a long time. I've seen women blow up their whole relationship over the tone of a voice or the smallest of mistakes or the assumption of something that never was. It was just in your mind. I've learned there's power in pause. My grandmother used to say, if you want to know the truth about something, put time on it. That's power in the pause. She said, if you want to know who the person is, put some time on it, baby, because you can only wear a mask for a little while. So there's power in the pause. When the heat gets high, just like the heat under the skillet, somebody has to be the one to turn it down. The pause is where your grace lives. If you don't give yourself a second to breathe, a moment to welcome in the calm on purpose, intentionally, you're not giving yourself a chance to be soft. And let me tell you, it's easy to be hard. It takes a strong, grown woman to stay soft. When life feels heavy and everything within you wants to strike back, wants to have the last word, wants to be understood, or just want to get you back. But long marriages survive because someone had the wisdom to choose peace, not the reaction, not the comeback, not I gotta be right, but to choose peace in the situation, to realize that saying something in the heat of the moment could tear your whole home down. So choosing peace on purpose is a wise thing to do. My son calls me the Pajama Lady because this is where I'm most comfortable, in my pajamas and this turban, because I don't do bonnets. I like to look a certain way in the home. And I've realized that when I'm comfortable in my spirit, my whole house feels it. 34 years later, I'm still learning, and I'm still choosing. Before you go today, I want you to ask yourself, what quiet choice can you make today? Don't wait for him to do it first. Don't wait for her to do it first. You be the thermostat. You set the temperature that you desire. If you want love, then set it at love. If you want peace, then set it at peace. Thank you for sitting with me, listening to me as I go on my journey, sharing what I've learned as a wife of 3 decades. And if you're struggling to keep a marriage together, new in a marriage, getting ready to be married, stay here, because marriage is good. There are off seasons, but in the long run, it's good. If anything in my marriage wisdom has reached you, please let me ask you to subscribe and stay a little while we grow together. Drop your comments and thoughts. I hope to see you tomorrow.